Hello, Roger Gallegos, founder and owner of Beacon Marketing. I hope you're having a great day today. This week, I wanted to speak to you about unique value proposition or UVP. This particular topic is very important to me for two reasons. First, I am developing a product that's going to be I'm going to be releasing soon for sale that will help you develop your UVP and show you how to use it in your day to day and marketing, your day to day activities in your marketing. So that more information on that is going to be released soon. But secondly, I wanted to talk about UVP because, in my opinion, and the way I view it, is your UVP is the reason you're in business. It goes to speaks to the very core of why you exist as an organization, because that is how you deliver value to your customers. You sit there and say, we're in business to provide a service, and this is how that service. This is how we provide the service in a very specific way that sets us apart from our competitors. That's the beauty of it. That's the core of it. If you cannot do that effectively, then there's no reason why you're not giving your customers or your potential customers a reason to choose you versus the person across the street or across town or right around the corner. So you have to be able to define your unique value proposition and then be able to use it in your marketing. And that is the first way to use your unique value proposition is externally as part of your marketing strategy. So once you define it, you could include it in your day-to-day messaging. You could have it put it in print for mailers, for networking opportunities. You can use it in email marketing. You can put it on a website. You can put it on your landing page. Now you could, what I like to say is you state your unique value proposition. You put it into a statement, and that not that you would put that out with every bit of advertisement or every bit of marketing that you do, but you help guide it. It acts as a sort of northern star, so to speak. Is you sit there and you say, I'm developing some messaging, so let me put it in XY terms and or XYZ terms rather. And so your unique value proposition acts as that guide externally to help guide your marketing, how you speak to your services, about services or products to people outside your organization. Now, it could also be used internally, and this is something that a lot of people don't realize, or they fail to utilize it in this manner. And internally, your unique value proposition can be used to bring your team together and help guide them. I said that it could be used as an external Northern Star. It could be provided the same Northern Star analogy internally, because when you're looking, you tell everyone from upper management all the way down to your frontline employees, saying, this is our unique value proposition, this is what sets us apart from our competitors. Then what happens is it gives them something to look towards. So in the many decisions that your staff has to make on a day-to-day basis, one of the things that they could use to guide them is saying, what outcome or what decision will gain the greater chance of delivering upon that unique value proposition, the thing that sets us apart from our competitors. And chances are, if they choose the option most likely to deliver upon that, it would be the right decision. So you can use it externally as part of your marketing practices, or you can use it internally to help guide your staff, and it's a really useful concept and useful tool. So now that we have defined how, or we've stated the importance and how it can be used both internally and externally, let's look at how you could actually start defining your unique value proposition. I'll take you through 4 quick steps. Now, this is just going to be a broad overview. If you want more details on how to do it, you could contact me, or when I release the product, you could check that out. And I think it's going to be something very valuable to use. But first off, what you want to do is you want to first state your services. Now, this is something that seems very obvious, but you just want to put out there, because your services in and of themselves don't qualify as your unique value proposition, because your competitors do the same services and or products. So what you want to do is you want to kind of set the parameters and set, this is all these things are doing is setting the parameters or the playing field, so to speak, for your unique value proposition. So just state your services. The next thing you want to do is state your target audience. So these are the services these are the people that the services are for. So your services or products are meant for what groups of people. Now, something to keep in mind, if you have multiple services meant for different audiences, chances are you're going to have multiple UVPs, and that's okay, because different people have different pain points, which means the value for them is going to be different. Ergo, unique value propositions are different. That's the key thing to remember with the U and UVP is unique. So if you have different pain points for different target audiences, then you're going to have different UVPs. So don't be afraid to play with this and make sure you understand exactly who your services are for and what they are meant to solve. And that's the third part of this is, what pain points are you solving? So you want to be clear and say, we're solving these pain points for this audience using these services or products. That is a very, very powerful thing to say, because this keeps everybody on the same page and going towards the same direction. Now, the last part, this is where you get the unique in. What makes you unique? Do you deliver it at half the cost? Do you use a process that makes it fundamentally better than everybody else? What is it that makes your process, your delivery, your service, your product different from your competitors? This is where you put that in. So you can sit there and say, this is the service or the product. It's meant for this audience. It is solving this pain point, and this is why we stand out. When you start putting those together, then all of a sudden you start having the beginnings of your unique value proposition. And so I spoke earlier about how you can use it in your marketing. You could put it on your website. You could be on the front page to define your website, to set the tone. You could use it as a landing page to help convert people. Like I said, you have different audiences and different pain points. You could pick a specific audience or pick a specific pain point or feature of your service, highlight that in a landing page, direct people there, see if it converts. If it doesn't, you could try a different aspect. So it could really be used as a sort of A/B testing to see what about your service or product really resonates with your target audience, or what part of their pain points, or what part of their struggles is a really strong motivator to get them to act. So it's a really great tool to help with your marketing in terms of that point. You can use your social media. This is another great way. Play with the language, use different terms and frame it in different ways on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and you will see different responses. You can use it in email marketing. So when you develop emails and you put it in the messaging, you can put images that have this information, and then lastly, you could use it in your print media. If you engage in any standard mail practices, you can send out a mailer, or you could print it out and use it for networking opportunities or at trade shows. So that's that. So as I said, I am developing a product that I don't want to give too many details at this moment because it's not quite ready for release. But when I do, I will be back to be announcing it, and you guys could have a chance to see it. And then make a decision to buy it. But bottom line is, even if you don't buy my service, really stop and understand how to define your unique value proposition, because that is going to be a big part of how you, or should be a big part rather, of how you at least market your business. And as I said, it can help you really manage your internal practices. So that's that for me. Again, I hope you're having a great day. You have a great rest of your week. Please send me feedback. Let me know what you think about this. Love to hear back from you. Again, it's Roger Gallegos from Beacon Marketing. Thank you for your time, as always. I'll be back next week talking about some more marketing tips and information. If there's anything you guys want to hear about, please let me know in the comments, and I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day. Bye.